Understand something. Plain and simple. To me, Abigail was a delicious poison. An intoxicating, overwhelming poison. Yowie wowie! That felt good! Yowie wowie. Let me in.
Oh, it's Monday. And, I got to steal a comment from someone that mentioned this in the chat a little bit earlier. Shout out to you, Wrestling Lane. Wrestling Lane says, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Abby Mania.
I love it.
It does have a ring to it. I like it. You didn't copyright it or trademark it, Wrestling Lane. So it will become a staple for the insiders. And folks, we have, of course, the one and only Jodie Gilly, aka our Abby, your Abby, and we have a tired Abby.
You have a zombie Abby.
Zombie Abby. Don't be surprised if that somehow gets added to the Bray Wyatt story somehow. Zombie Abby, you heard it here first. So welcome everyone. We've got like 50 people here right now, just starting out, and that's pretty cool. So welcome everyone. Thank you all for joining us tonight.
I think they're all just secretly hoping that I'll fall asleep on camera.
It will be a first. I gotta admit that'll be a first. Live streaming and mid-sentence having someone just just dropping off and catching some Z's. But you know what? You've been up. How long were you up straight? Like 30 something hours?
About 30 hours. Yeah.
Okay. Well, God bless you, because if I stay up for like 10, I start to fall asleep like I almost did at work today. So I hope that none of my superiors are listening, because apparently I'm frozen right now because I'm still having computer issues. So that's just great. But anyway, at least that's not a crazy picture of me. So so just have fun with that, folks. Anyway, I'm gonna welcome some people in, and then we will get started, because there's a lot to talk about. I cannot look at myself like that right now. So
it's just me.
So
Zombie Abby.
Zombie Abby with a photo on there, because good grief, no one. I'm still frozen. So anyway, there we go. So let me welcome some people in. Butterspark, Trex Edie, Wally, Jody is doing some double dipping there. Hayden Garrett, Cheese Whiz 2, Timbo 869, Kevin, Robert Morris, EJ Movement, Wrestling Lane, as we mentioned earlier, Big Dan, let's see, Joey's Adventures, Shane Loki, B Tazzy. It's a Abby's Window Party, baby. That is correct. It's Monday. We got to kick this thing off right. Jason Peace, Let Him In, JP Blaston, Nathan Tunis, thank you for joining. Eric Travis talking about the intro music, the countdown music, saying it's a jam. Well, I'm glad that I can help you jam out a little bit on this Monday evening. Chris DeZuba, what's up, man? Rusty Shackelford, what's up, Rusty? Let's see, J-Hub, Big Boy Dally, Seven Fiend, James Chadwick, Chad Schrader, Venomized Joker, still love that name. Firefly Revolution, Emo Joe, aka Joe, the voice of the insiders. There he is, Emo Joe. Joe, we got to talk about that handle there, dude. I got to know a little bit of story behind that.
He turned himself into an emoji, remember?
That is, see, there you go. Thank you. You're keeping me straight. The Will Jax effect. What's up? All right. Let's see. Let's see here. If this is still I'm still frozen. So, whatever. I know it is what it is. Sean Suslowitz, what's up, man? So you guys are gonna see a lot of Abby, and I'm cool with that because Jeff Samuel. Let's see. All right, we got 65 folks here right now.
Woohoo!
So we got to get started. So at WrestleMania, we saw this. We saw Alexa emerge and the Fiend, looking at her, and we were all left puzzled by this. And obviously the Fiend was like, man, what in the world?
That's the look you give your girlfriend when she turns off your PlayStation.
There you go. I was going to go a different place with that, but I'm glad you said PlayStation because, my goodness, my mind. Sonny Wolf, what's up? So, that's the Fiend. He's like, you know what? Screw you, man. Yes, Kevin saying I'm in limbo. That is correct. You're just hearing a voice from the beyond right now. I'm in limbo.
Don't bring any Lilith back with you, okay?
Well, so let's talk about that. So Monday night, we were promised a Firefly Funhouse, but before that, we got an Alexa's Playground. And she talked a little bit about what happened the night before, and then she revealed a friend, Jodie. Talk to us about this.
She revealed her friend Lily. And can I just say that Alexa Bliss on Monday night looked absolutely stunning.
Yes.
I'm just going to leave it at that. She introduced her new friend Lily, which, several people, not just us, have talked about Lilith. And then we got this friend Lily, and we were like, it's an interesting choice of name there, Miss Alexa. And obviously the theories about Lily and Lilith kind of went wild after that because Bray used to refer to himself as Samael, and obviously they have a long-standing history with each other. So it's going in a direction that is I don't know where it's going anymore in a good way. Like I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, I mean this is amazing. I mean, it's really amazing, and seeing this doll. I mean,
yeah.
Let's get a close up here. Let's get a close up. Can you hear me, Jodie?
Yeah.
Okay. My computer is being real dumb right now. I apologize, folks. But seeing this doll and the teeth have skulls.
They're made out of skulls.
Like, that's creepy as heck. And you know what? I said I was just going to do it, but I'm going to warn people, especially folks like Joe, who don't like creepy stuff. I mean, this here,
it kind of looked like Mr. Sacco,
right?
That's the first thing I immediately thought of. Funnily enough. But yeah, the skulls and the buttons, and the blue eyeshadow and the pink hair, and it's it was creepy. That part made me jump for sure.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of dolls. I'll say that, but
no, I don't like dolls either.
I'm cool with it. Like, it's not like I'm deathly afraid of them, but if you give me a choice between this and just some straight up slasher flick, I'm gonna choose the slasher flick, right. Because that's where we are. So let's talk about the significance of Lily. I know you mentioned Lilith before, but let's dive a little bit deeper into that. What do you think the introduction of Lily means for this universe involving one Bray Wyatt?
Well, obviously, Alexa's getting her own little fantasy world, just like Bray Wyatt does. So you've got to ask, is Lily the sister Abigail of the playground? Is she going to get more puppets, or is it just going to be Lily? Who does Lily represent? And it's an interesting dimension because, we've talked about Sister Abigail kind of being that strong voice in Bray's head for a long time. And she's kind of got that seat of high power in the Firefly Funhouse. She's in the window. She's overlooking everything, just like a mother figure always would. And now, instead of the Fiend sitting on the swing next to Alexa, you have Lily. Where the Fiend used to be. That begs the question, when did that switch over? Was it at WrestleMania? You know what I mean? Has Lily always been the one that's been sitting there the entire time?
Do you?
I don't know. I mean, if you go back and look at, some of the other playground episodes, sometimes she mentioned specific things about the Fiend, but when she was looking at the swing and saying things, maybe she wasn't talking to Bray or the Fiend like we thought. Maybe she was always talking to Lily.
I want to bring up a point, and then I want to go into what Butterspark said, because I think that's an interesting thought there. But do you think that maybe we saw this because maybe the Fiend being on the swing might have interrupted things a little bit? Maybe Lily got a little territorial, and Alexa got a little upset because he just popped up there, and maybe that wasn't his place.
That's not your seat. Did she say that before? That's not your seat.
She did.
It was okay when it was the Fiend, but not when it was Asuka.
The deal says it can't just be a coincidence that Lily has 13 skull teeth.
Rusty just said, if Lily's on the swing, does that mean there's something else on the rocking horse?
That is a good question.
It's a fantastic question.
You care to offer any theories on that question?
I don't even know right now. It's definitely possible that she brings more puppets into this. I'm really interested to see where Bray is going to go with this, because obviously we got that Funhouse episode after.
Well, let's get to that, because the one thing I want to ask before we get to that, before I flip over, is do you think this adds things in a positive light for this story, or do you think Alexa's kind of stealing some of the spotlight and she's making this a little more convoluted, like going back to Butterspark's statement up there in the chat a little bit earlier?
I'm not gonna lie, I had concerns from the beginning about Alexa kind of becoming the spotlight of this story that Bray's put so much effort into. Not that she hasn't put effort into it as well. I was kind of right about that, because she seems to be the one that's getting all the talk at the moment, and not that beautiful man right there. So I think it's a situational thing. I think the more this story unfolds, they'll kind of both get that spotlight. Obviously, Alexa turning is the big thing and the big deal. about that. Ooh, 13 Teeth, Friday the 13th. I dig it.
He's drawn a lot of inspiration from Friday the
Yeah.
13th.
So, you know, I'm very proud of Alexa. She's worked very, very hard, but you know, I do want people to remember that this is Bray's story and he should be getting that spotlight as well. And I will give it to him 100%.
There you
Always.
go. There you go. So you mentioned the beautiful man that we have on our screen right now. Then, you know, as promised, we got and folks, don't worry, we're gonna get to the whole Charlotte mentioning Alexa thing and Nikki Cross being back tonight on Raw, and we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Just take a journey with us. This long-term storytelling on Abby.
We gotta give Bray his spotlight, guys. Let me just focus on my dude right here for a little bit.
So, all right. So then we get this wonderful man here, and he tells us that essentially we're going to get a new start. Things are going to be different.
Things are going to be different, but it started the same way.
Right. So I know you've texted me back and forth about this, saying there's so much stuff that was in this small little clip. Small clip. So if you could just break down. Oh, don't worry. Someone just did the thing. You know, listen. I had to. Because that was a great moment. But if you could break down what he was saying here and what you think it means for the future of the Firefly Funhouse.
He said a lot of things. I mean, Bray he always packs so much into what he says. So, oh gosh, there was so much. I loved that Witches Be Wilding because we were obviously streaming live when that happened and I was laughing so hard I was crying. I think we all just needed that fun.
Yeah.
We needed Funhouse Bray back so bad. And not that we don't love the Fiend and what he's doing with that, but we needed Funhouse Bray at that moment. And it was just so amazing. And there was a lot to unpack there. He said that, he feels like a brand new me. He feels reborn. We got a little bit of Pastor Bray Wyatt, which was great. And he healed everybody except Abby. There's a lot to digest there. Yes, he's not clout chasing anymore. So the thing that stood out to me is he said at one point, he said, he will return. And that really stood out to me the most because I'm thinking normally when he says that, he's talking about the Fiend. But the Fiend already did return. We saw him return at WrestleMania. So who's he talking about?
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things that make you go,
So me personally, I don't think he was talking about the Fiend in that instance because why would he say that when he's already come back? He's already returned. We saw him at WrestleMania.
Exactly.
He had a match at WrestleMania because normally he'll say that he'll return and get his revenge, blah, 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 whatever. So I thought it was very interesting that he picked those choice of words for somebody that's already come back. So it was, that was the biggest thing that stood out to me. So who could he have been talking about at that particular instance?
We're going to get to that. Trust me. Because I have to. Got two comments here. One from Big Boy Dally. No more clout chasing in this here simulation. Kind of got me thinking simulation. Give me 1 second. I will get there with that. And then Kevin, thank you for your wonderful donation saying, I hope eventually the boss puppet brings a shovel in the funhouse and Bray mocks all the critics who have been complaining the past week. That would be absolutely amazing.
Well, he kind of went the kill him with kindness route. Because if you remember, and thank you, C Wrestling, for talking to me about this little tidbit of information. He's always referred to Ramblin' Rabbit has kind of been representative of his critics. And what did he do to his critics in that episode? He kissed him.
Yeah.
So, that was his pretty much saying, I really don't give a crap what you say. I'm going to do what I want to do anyway. Go for it, Bray. We're all in, all the way.
Absolutely. And what is it? What do you think it means about a simulation? What does that mean?
Well, I mean, we've always kind of theorized that the Funhouse is his imaginary world. Everything exists. Is that all in his head? And I think that just kind of adds to that the Funhouse it looks the way it does because that's how it looks in his head.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's how I saw that part.
Gotcha.
I'm just interested as, who's the he that he's talking about when he said he will return, because he already did.
Sam mentions, could it be the Demon King Finn Balor?
I think he was talking about himself. He also said that, there's going to be new friends coming.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to get new friends. He said we're going to get a whole new me. Are we getting another evolution of since the Fiend kind of had this rebirth and regeneration? Is Funhouse Bray going to get one too? And he kind of becomes Funhouse / cult leader Bray?
I think the perfect thing, Jason P saying it could be Aleister Black. I think, just my opinion, and maybe this is just me wishing this because, my goodness, I really enjoyed that part of it. I think the perfect mixture of cult leader Bray and Funhouse Bray is televangelist Bray.
I love it.
I honestly think it's great because you get the charismatic personality of Funhouse Bray, but then you also get the influence of cult leader Bray. So it's almost like, he's going to be preaching to his congregation, which is almost what he did last week. Mm-hmm. I have not shared that with you because I literally just came up with that. So, what are your thoughts on my crazy little thing there?
I like that a lot. A lot. And I think you're right. That's a really good, I don't even know what the word is. An amalgam of the two of them put together.
Yeah, I mean,
and we get Evangelist Bray. I dig it.
It'd be cool if he came out in like a white robe. That kind. Let me stop going crazy with it. I'm just thinking about this. Just my goodness, this
Can I make a request though, Mr. Wyatt? Can we get the fedora and the hair down? Ooh. Just once, maybe twice.
There you go. I love if he brings back that southern drawl too. Like brings back. Yeah, I would love that.
Please do.
Love that. Bray, if you're listening, just saying.
Please. Please do.
Yeah. So
bring back some of that teacher lady stories. We want to hear that.
Yes. So there are a lot of other things that are kind of swirling in this universe right now. Tonight, for the first time, we get Randy Orton versus Braun Strowman.
Oof.
Which is, I don't know. First is very interesting though. So Do you think it's possible that we get an appearance by Bray Wyatt, whatever iteration of his personality he wants to bring out tonight? Do you think we see him there tonight?
I think it's highly possible.
Highly possible.
There's a reason why they're saying they've never faced each other before.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't think this story with Randy is quite over. It may be side-tabled for a little bit because, you know, he's got bigger fishes to fry. So it may be kind of back-tabled a little bit until he deals with this Alexa Bliss thing. I don't know. Maybe he just doesn't address he already did address the Alexa Bliss thing, that I'm here with my real friends. It just, it depends on what they're going to do with this.
Yeah.
But I think it's highly possible that both of them show up tonight.
That would be interesting. I mean, I think I hope we get some kind of shenanigans or something. Let's see.
Because I was awake for 30 hours and I slept for about 4. So, Mr. Wyatt, if I stay awake for the entire Raw and don't get nothing of your beautiful face, I'm not going to be very happy. Then I'll be a mad Abby. I'm kidding. I still love you.
That's right. All love. Bliss fan. I gotta read this and then I'm gonna go to the next part. Bliss fan, which is amazing guy for those who haven't figured that out yet. If the Fiend doesn't show up tonight for Orton versus Strowman, then he is done. You can't move on without a real ending to that feud. I'm just gonna toss that over to you, Jodie.
Oh, ye of little faith.
I actually think Rusty might have helped.
Stop being so short-sighted.
Well, that too. I think Rusty might have helped him think a little bit about, the comment that he made and all that stuff. So maybe he's got a little bit of time to think about some of that. But not only are we getting that match, we're also getting a match between Asuka and Charlotte, which I find very interesting because Charlotte, who, by the way, cut a heck of a promo.
Oh, my gosh. That woman.
Oh, my. Kudos to you. And folks, we've hit a milestone here. We have 100 people.
All right
now. So this is pretty cool.
You guys are awesome.
You guys definitely are awesome. So
I still think they're secretly hoping I'll fall asleep.
Yes, they are. That's what they're rooting for.
Yeah.
I think that's what they're rooting for. But we get that match. And in the midst of that promo last week, Charlotte name dropped Alexa.
Mm-hmm.
Alexa Bliss is who she mentioned. Mm-hmm. Oh, and by the way, it just so happens that Alexa Bliss gave the mandible claw to one Asuka.
Sorry, I don't know that.
I'm sorry. I can't say that again, but you know who I'm talking about.
Little Miss Bliss. It's okay.
Little Miss Bliss. Little Miss Bliss. Could we see something in that match?
I don't know. That's the one I'm kind of unsure about because, I do think they want the spotlight on Charlotte right now. And I think having Alexa Bliss interfere in that may kind of detract from that. I think it's possible that she kind of interferes or something to that effect. I kind of see more her response to the Funhouse episode and where she's going to move forward with the Fiend. If she really has turned on him, what if we see an interruption from Little Miss Bliss if the Fiend shows up?
Mm.
So let's say the Fiend or Bray No, the Fiend. Let's say the Fiend interrupts, you know, the Randy Orton match. What if we get Alexa then coming out to a rebuttal for that?
Ooh.
And stopping the Fiend? That's where you have to ask, what is Alexa's goal in this? She wants to destroy the darkness. How's she going to do that? By stopping him getting revenge. So what if instead of her going off on her own right now, because they've got bigger fish to fry, and we kind of want to see this feud come to a head. So maybe we see Alexa start like that commercial. I don't remember what commercial that is, where he keeps throwing stuff out of people's hands. They keep trying to throw stuff and then he keeps batting it away. So what if we start seeing Alexa do something like that and stopping him from getting revenge on people to try to weaken him?
That's why I was just about to go there. I was going to say, which seems to weaken him. And that, and that kind of goes back to the photo that Bray tweeted out last week of Samson and Delilah. Everyone thinking that she's, what everyone's like, well, where's the hair part tie in? The hair part symbolizes, in my opinion, revenge.
Yep. That is his strength. That's where he gets his strength from, is his revenge. He's kind of said that all along.
Yeah, exactly.
So what if, she really becomes Delilah in this story and does everything she can to stop him from getting revenge on people. Thank you, Tazzy. Stops him getting revenge on people in order to weaken him. Once she weakens him enough, it's exactly what the Fiend does to his opponents. Mm-hmm. He breaks them down mentally and psychologically until he can, until they break. What if she's trying to get Bray into that same spot that he's been doing to other people? She's going to break him down mentally until he's so weak that she can beat him.
Wow. Butterspart saying revenge is both the Fiend's strength and weakness. Let's talk a little bit about revenge, though. And let's talk about the fact that we got a tweet today that Nikki Cross is returning, and she had some new gear. So we've got that. Then we also have the rumors out there that there are going to be some call-ups. So my two questions. Number one, what do you expect from Nikki Cross, if anything? And number two, is it possible that we see Finn Balor show back up?
Oh, God. I think I would just die. Everybody that's a Bray Wyatt fan, and not to mention, Bray Wyatt and Finn Balor, I believe it was it SummerSlam?
Yep.
No. Not the Fiend and Finn Balor.
Bray.
I'm talking about Bray Wyatt and Finn Balor, where he dumped that bucket of blood on his head. I'm pretty sure that was SummerSlam. So, correct me if I'm wrong. I almost half remember talking about that on our 7.5-hour Skype conversation last night. Thank you, by the way, for keeping me awake while I was at work. I'm pretty sure that was at SummerSlam as well. So you've seen Eater of Worlds Bray versus Finn Balor. You've seen The Fiend versus Finn Balor. I think it's time that we see the Demon versus the Fiend at SummerSlam. Because that was No Mercy when he dumped the blood on him. Okay. Thank you, JP Blasted. Appreciate you. But still, I think that would just be such a wonderful progression of that story. I would love to see him come back up, and you get nobody that is anybody. Like, everybody wants that feud. Everybody.
Yeah, I mean, that's the
URC Wrestling, 7.5 hours. What losers are on Skype that long? believe you were the one that started that strike call. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I mean that a lot of people have been just clamoring for that encounter once again, and what a great way to bring Finn back.
Oh, I
And
know
to-
he's kind of said that he doesn't want to do that again, but this is Bray Wyatt you're talking about.
yes, and everything is a circle.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is a circle with this guy.
Yeah.
So,
I would love it.
all right, now that we can take a little bit of a deep breath, those two might possibly be there.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know about Nikki. Either she's going to be involved in this story or she's not. I don't really see her half involved in this story. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like she's either going to be going back for Alexa or she's not. So I think tonight we'll get a lot of those answers. If she goes back, if she shows up and she's got a completely different agenda. So then I don't think she's going to get involved in the storyline.
Do you think that the Fiend is still in control? I know someone mentioned this before. Do you think that the Fiend is in control and just allowing her to believe that she is right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there's no way he taught her everything he knows.
Right.
Otherwise, she'd be out there like Ramblin' Rabbit telling his story.
Mm.
And then she might have to get a hammer to the head. And get squashed into Alexa Bliss breakfast spread. So, no, I think he wants her to think that. He wants her to think that she has all the power and that she can beat him.
Gotcha. Harry is saying what would be a good suggestion for a new alter ego for Bray is him to have half of his face and Funhouse Bray and the other being the Fiend.
Someone has a tattoo that looks just like that.
Yeah. Maybe we see that person on screen right now. Just saying. Nathan is saying that Alexa has said that she wants to wrestle more with her character, so he's thinking that the Fiend and Alexa are going to go their own way right now. Do you think that's the case?
It's possible. The downside to Alexa Bliss is that she is kind of injury prone. So that's my concern there, is if she starts going. At some point, we knew she was going to have to start wrestling big matches again, because she's good at it. She's fantastic. She's a phenomenal wrestler, but she does tend to be a little bit injury prone. So I think it definitely, we could see it go that way. And them taking shots at each other, or her trying to take shots at him in the meantime. I don't think there's any way that you can definitely meld these stories together even while they're still doing their own thing, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like I said, that's kind of my biggest concern with Alexa. She does tend to be a little bit injury prone, and I worry about her getting really deep into the wrestling side of this story and then getting hurt and it hurting the storyline. But I guess that's also the good thing about her character too, is that if she does get hurt, she can still do the cinematic backstory stuff that she's been doing so wonderfully.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Jen Carter saying, hello, Miss Abby. Can I get a shout out, please? What's up, Jen?
Hello, Jen.
Let's see here. Big Dan saying, just call Bray Geppetto because he's the puppet master. I sort of think maybe, just maybe, they did this to swell Randy's pride, and then they can deflate his ego like a Patriots football. Bazinga. That's pretty good.
I think Wyndham is the one pulling the strings.
There you go.
I think Wyndham is the key, and I think he's the puppet master.
There you go. He is still pulling all those strings and in charge. He's in charge. You know, instead of Charles in charge, it's Bray in charge. Now I'm really showing my age. If people Charles in charge is, you're probably a little bit older. So anyway, Steve Walker joining us from Facebook. What's up, man? Thank you for joining.
Hi, Steve.
And shout out to everyone that is watching. Like I said, we got a lot of people watching from, you know, different places, Facebook, Twitch, Periscope.
You guys are awesome.
That's right. You guys are great. You know, that's what makes this wonderful. So, Jodie, I mean, what do you think we get tonight?
I just want to see that beautiful face on my television. Call me shallow. I guess I'm more shallow when I'm tired. I also sneeze when I'm tired. Fun fact. So I sneeze when I eat too much, and I sneeze when I'm really tired. There's your Abby fun fact for the day.
There you go.
I definitely think we could get some interference, some shenanigans tonight.
Shenanigans, indeed.
Shenanigans, our favorite word.
Yeah. Rusty Shackelford saying, I like how Big Dan strategically refrained from saying Tom Brady's name and saying the Patriots. I appreciate that because, you know, obviously, you know, it's Tampa Tom now. You know, he's residing in Tampa Bay. So, you know, I mean, we got to be nice to him. You know,
I know it hurts your soul to root for them. I know.
You know, oh God, it hurts so bad sometimes.
Yeah.
Like it
hurts my soul for you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little crazy. Jason, I would read your question, but you know, since it's a Bray show, you know, I put it up on the screen and answered you in chat, but I want to see those guys without masks tonight, and I'll just leave it at that. We'll talk a little bit more about that later in the week, though. Oh God, Rusty. Oh no, I need to go back to C's comment because I saw C make a comment. Shocking, so many people are watching a show about Bray Wyatt. Meltzer says he's buried and fans don't care. Who knew?
That's because Meltzer's a dipshit.
If my stuff was working properly, I would do either an applause or a ka-ching at that moment. So
there's no easy way to put that. I mean,
no, I mean, you can't dance around it. I mean,
he's an AEW fanboy.
He is.
Not that there's anything wrong with AEW, but
no, not at all.
There's no reason for competition like that. Enjoy what you enjoy. Don't let idiots like Dave Meltzer tell you what to like.
There you go. There you go. And there, you know, he has a lot of disciples too. So don't fall for the okie doke.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'll say. Don't fall for it. Yeah, I mean, screw that dude. Anyway,
we've had our non-PG stream about Dave Meltzer.
Yeah, he's
we're not gonna go there again.
Yeah.
Not gonna give him the time of day. Other than the 20 seconds I just did.
Wrestling Lane, you'll have to retype that message because the chat is going a little bit crazy right now. And yeah, I'm trying my best to keep up, but I can't. So, and all of that is thanks to all of you wonderful people who are joining.
Because you're fantastic.
That's what it is. And I'm sorry that I'm not on camera. Hopefully after this show, I'm doing some computer work. So hopefully my stupid computer.
He said Abby Fly Funhouse.
There you go. Thank you for doing that too, because I'm like all discombobulated right now. So, so I mean, I know we talked a little bit a little bit about it, about maybe what we'll see tonight. But do you think
How spoiled were we last week?
that's what I'm saying? Like,
Seriously, like we got spoiled last week. We got an Alexa's Playground and a Firefly Funhouse.
I mean,
I can't imagine that we're going to get that spoiled every week.
Right. So you gotta soak it in and appreciate that.
That made Raw for me. I was like, people were like, so what happened on Raw last night? I'm like, oh my gosh, we got an Alexa's Playground and a Firefly Funhouse. And they're like, what else happened? I'm like, oh yeah, Charlotte came back.
Yeah.
No, that's no disrespect to Charlotte because that promo that she cut was amazing.
Yeah. That
and the only thing that WWE has posted today was a tweet about something Bray said last week.
Interesting.
So they haven't come right out and said Firefly Funhouse tonight or whatever. So we'll see. I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't get anything just because we were so spoiled last week. You can't, it's still digesting. Our blood sugar is still high from that. So,
yes.
Yeah.
So, do you think there's a possibility down the line that these two get split up and that maybe Alexa ends up going to SmackDown or
I would love that.
That would be, I think, because, and I wanted to ask you about this too. Sean Rousset saying WWE uploaded top 10 Firefly Funhouse videos yesterday.
I didn't say that.
Interesting.
But in terms of specifically mentioning the Firefly Funhouse, the only thing they posted was that tweet today. I don't even remember what it said now.
So obviously we know that the next pay-per-view, and Daz brought this up, the next pay-per-view is going to be WrestleMania Backlash. So with that being said, what do you think we get from this crazy story at that pay-per-view? Do you think we get anything?
Oh, they said it's a fresh start in the Firefly Funhouse. That's what they said today. How crazy would it be? WrestleMania Backlash. If we get some kind of cinematic match between Bray and Alexa.
Let us know what you guys think about that, because I'm sitting here just thinking about it. Do you think he goes the route of a Firefly Funhouse deal with her? Could that be
possible? Look, you're not going to cost the Fiend a match and not get revenge.
Yeah.
I don't know when it's going to happen. He might let her stew in this newfound false sense of power for a while. But eventually, revenge is a confession.
See, I love the callbacks there. I love the callbacks. That's and Cheese Whiz too is saying good job on the Bray video last week. You guys did a great job with that video, and just awesome stuff. So kudos to you for that. And
thank you to the over 50 people that sent me videos for it, and my lovely buddy Miss Brittany K for helping get all those videos for it. I kind of mentioned it to her, and she's like, oh my gosh, I got so many people that I can message and get videos for. I'm like, do it. And we ended up with over 50. So, Bray, I hope that made you smile.
Hopefully so. I mean, hopefully we
saw it.
Hopefully we get, we had those eyes on that video, because
it was important that he felt, there's so much negativity out there about everything, and I just wanted to do something positive, and even though I know he kind of lets that stuff roll off his shoulder, I'm sure it any human being would be somewhat affected by cyberbullies. So I
Yeah.
just wanted to do something that, if he saw it, hopefully made him smile a little bit and know that there are people out there that absolutely adore his guts
And care.
about what he does and what he has to say and love the crap out of him.
Absolutely.
Adore his guts was kind of the wrong way to phrase that. You know what I was trying to say. Zombie Abby doesn't quite put sentences well together today.
Yeah, you get a pass. You get a pass. So it's all good. So tonight, if we do get something tonight, which obviously we're all hoping that we do, if we do get something tonight, do you think it's a reveal of this new stuff?
Let's not kid ourselves. 2 weeks in a row? Oof. I don't know, man. That's a lot. I don't know if we'll get that spoiled 2 weeks in a row.
Or do you think
I think we'll get some kind of shenanigans in a match. Which one, I'm not quite sure. It could be Charlotte Asuka. It could be Randy Braun. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe Bray tries to recruit Braun again.
C Wrestling saying 1 hour ago, WWE on USA posted about Lily on their YouTube community post.
Well, don't just tease us like that. What did they say?
Yeah,
let's go look it up.
Kevin Hefner is saying, I'm nervous that they are going to retire the Fiend character.
No
What do you think?
freaking way.
You don't think so?
No.
Too much.
Did they or did they not just file for copyright on that? And the phrase "let me in," let him in. I don't remember which one it was, but that was today. So I don't think the Fiend or the phrase "let him in, let me in" is going anywhere anytime soon.
Anytime soon.
Otherwise, they wouldn't have just tried to copyright that.
Yeah. Sonny and C letting us know what that said. Who needs the Fiend when you have
Lily?
Friends like Lily. Interesting.
Well, there's a lot of backstory with Lily and Samael. We kind of haven't gotten to go into that much. Maybe we'll make a separate video for you guys about it. But they have a long-standing history. Old text suggests that Lilith was Adam's first wife. She didn't want to be submissive, so she left. Lilith is the mother of all demons. And Lilith ended up marrying and having children with Samael. So that's a nice little circle there, if that's going to come back into play. That would be highly entertaining if, we know that Bray likes to try to pull things into his stories from old texts and things like that. So that would definitely be an interesting way to go. It would definitely add to my mirror theory about that they've often referred to Lilith and Samael as twin flames, twin souls. So, I mean, it's definitely, it adds a whole nother dynamic if that's the way they're going to go with it.
Yeah.
And then posting the Samson and Delilah picture, like Bray's just, he's so meticulous when it comes to all of this. I don't know any other superstar that's on that level ever. Like, you can say that Undertaker was on that level, but There's no other superstar like him. He's so meticulous and every little detail. Like I wonder how much his brain hurts. Because my brain hurts trying to make sense of it. Like obviously, we don't know the overall picture and he does, but I have a feeling that would probably make my brain hurt less if I knew where it was going. But I just also don't want to know where it's going. I like the journey. Nobody wants to know the end of a good book.
Right.
But, he's meticulous about every single little detail. And it's an absolutely beautiful thing. There's things that we still haven't figured out yet. How many people have looked at that abandon all hope sign on the door and still can't figure out what the heck it means? But it means something. The way the colors are placed, the way the letters are written, I'm sure it means something. He didn't just go, let's just write it. This letter will be pink and that one red. No, it's meticulous. He knows exactly what it means. The 1119 thing or the 1911 thing, he knows exactly what it means. Like, it's a beautiful, Bray Wyatt, you are a beautiful, beautiful soul.
That he is.
And I thank you for being the entertainer that you are. And it's I'm trying to find the right word and I can't because I'm tired. It's exciting to be a Bray Wyatt fan. There's never a dull moment, even when he's not on TV for 3 months. He was still the highlight of conversation. And that means that you are amazing at what you do. And couldn't be happier.
Yeah. And we're going to end with this because this kind of sums up everything that you just said. Thanks for making wrestling worth watching.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
There you go.
You make wrestling worth watching.
That's it.
It.
Well, final thoughts from a very tired Abby.
I'm going to resort to my t-shirt. Just be happy, you butthole.
There you go. Just be happy, you butthole. Thank you guys so much for watching tonight. We really appreciate it. And I apologize for my computer being.
Are you still frozen?
I am still frozen.
Oh my goodness.
If I were to, let me do this real quick, just because why not? Why the heck not? I'm trying to start my camera. Nothing there. So, anyway.
Thank you, Rusty.
Thank you guys so much. We really appreciate it. And if you listen, we had a lot of people here tonight. So thank you guys. If you are new, I could keep the computer going.
You cut out for a second.
I know, because my computer decided it wanted to cut me off again. So thank you guys so much. If you're new, please consider subscribing. If you're not, even if you are, just drop a like on the video, and we really would appreciate it. Apparently Wrestling Lane is working on Abby Mania shirts, so
all right,
there you go. Thank you for taking that out of our store, Wrestling Lane. Just playing, it's all good.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for doing that. But no, thank all of you, and we really appreciate it. And we'll see you next Monday. What do you say, Jody?
Yep. We'll see you next Monday, and I'll be a lot more awake, hopefully.
There you go. Hopefully Jody does not have to stay up for 30-something hours next week. So thank you all so much, and we will see you next Monday for another episode of Abby's Window. Take care, everyone.
Hallelujah.